Well, Susan, how are you today?
Oh, great. Fine. Wonderful. Fabulous. I've never felt better in my life. And I look pretty good, too. I mean, if this isn't my color, I don't know what is. You know what I mean?
How's the job hunting going?
Oh, great. Would you believe I had 10 interviews yesterday?
No luck, huh?
No. But you know what the real question is? Did you see One Life to Live last week with Bo and Clint's dad showing up? Now, who does he remind you of?
Who?
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 Oh, don't tell me. I know. It's a yellow-bellied sapsucker.
A what?
You know, that bird they showed on PBS last night? I was watching it while I was waiting for all of those job offers to come in.
Did you think about what we discussed last week?
Think. Is that all you do is think? You'll get a brain tumor if you keep thinking so much.
Oh, really?
Didn't your daddy ever tell you that?
Let's talk about your dad.
Let's not.
When did you see him last?
Last night, in a nightmare.
Wasn't it last Christmas when you came home from school?
All right. You found me out. I was there. I did it. Oh, I'm so ashamed.
Susan, what a challenge you are.
Thanks.
Now, come on. We have a lot of work to do.
Oh, all right. If you're going to be that way about it.
Now, what do you say we talk about your dad?
Couldn't we talk about my mother? All my friends get to talk about their mothers in therapy. Why can't I?
What happened the last time you saw him?
Well, it was my first visit home, so I was pretty excited. I walk in the house, and my mom was right there to greet me with a big hug.
And where was your dad?
He was eating dinner. It was 5:37.
Is that important?
Dinner is at 5:30 sharp,
Why was that?
because that's when the cavemen ate. I don't know, but if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for us.
I see.
My dad, always so spontaneous and logical.
Okay.
Well, it was Friday night, meatloaf night. You know, since time began, Friday nights and meatloaf have always been synonymous. God forbid we'd eat anything besides meatloaf on Friday.
All right, it was Friday.
Meatloaf night.
Right.
Well, I was trying to explain to them that when I went off to college, I had become a vegetarian.
And?
And, well, my dad thought that was the most asinine thing he had ever heard. Well, if God wanted us to not eat meat, he wouldn't have made animals.
So what'd you say?
I said, Dad, don't be so silly. If you just think about it for a minute. What's there to think about? God made cows, so we eat meatloaf. God made pork, so we eat pork chops. God made chicken, we eat chicken.
And did you eat the meatloaf?
I should have. It might have made the rest of the evening salvageable.
So tell me about it.
You are so nosy. All right. Well, they started asking me all sorts of questions about school. What classes I was taking, did I like my professors, had I met any boys, what I did for fun, had I found a church that I liked.
What?
I should have stopped while I was ahead. You see,
What do you mean?
my parents, they're very religious.
Oh.
Growing up, we went to church every Sunday morning, every Sunday evening, Wednesday nights, and pretty much any time the church happened to be unlocked.
And did you like going?
I don't know. Going to church was kind of up there with personal hygiene. You just did it.
So what happened with your dad?
I should have lied. I don't know why I didn't. Instead, I thought it was a good idea to tell him that I hadn't been looking for a church, that I didn't even want to go to church. And, well, you would have thought I'd become a mass murderer or a communist or something. What do you mean you don't want to go to church? I mean, I don't want to go. What kind of blasphemous talk is that? I'm not being blasphemous, Dad. I just don't want to go. I don't see a reason to go. What's reason got to do with it? We raised you to go to church. That should be reason enough. No, it's not. You see, I don't even know if I believe in God. What? Well, you see, when I was off at college, I started thinking. About God and Jesus and Christianity, Christmas, Easter, all that stuff. And I don't know, my mind went blank. I realized that God and Jesus and church, that was just all something that I did, not something that I thought about or even understood. You mean we spent $10,000 for you to go off to college and think and become an atheist? No, Dad, but if you would just talk to me, help me understand.
And did he?
He just walked out of the room. I couldn't believe it. But then I don't know why not, because there are 3 things that you don't talk to my father about. That's meatloaf, religion, and politics. I wanted to yell after him, and I voted for Obama too. But I didn't want to push my luck.
So, Susan, how are you feeling right now?
Oh, sad, hurt, bitter, angry, brokenhearted. Generally pretty crummy. He's so pathetic, my dad. He has spent his entire life committed to something that he knows nothing about. Because if he did, he could explain it to me. He'd be talking to me. Because you see, I want to believe in God and Jesus and all that stuff. But right now, I just can't.